afternoon, everybody. Hello, sir. Shall we start now?
Hello, sir. Good, good afternoon to all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible.
So, let us start the third section of our Explore the Infinity. So, firstly, we have a silent prayer. Okay, thank you. Now, we know
എൻ്റെ ഫോൺ ഇങ്ങ് കൊണ്ടുതരാം.
from yesterday onwards, we are in the second part of Explore the Infinity, second version. Yesterday, from 11 to 1, we have the mathematics around the world lecture session by Dr. Sunil Mathew, NIT Calicut. Today, from
The
11 to
sound in
12,
your assistant.
we have the second lecture about the mathematics in 21st century by Dr. M.P. Rajan, IIST Thiruvananthapuram. Now we have the third phase, the panel discussion. Before the panel discussion, my responsibility is to welcome the eminent personalities and the participants to this program. First, I welcome our Professor Dr. A. Vijayakumar, who took MSc from Cochin University 78 to 80 and PhD from CUSAT in 1986. He was a fellow of the Institute of Combinatorics and its application, Canada, since 1999. His area of research is graphs and networks. He worked at Regional Engineering College, Calicut and CUSAT during 88 to 2018. He produced 14 PhDs and published 80 papers. He was a regional coordinator of Mathematical Olympiad from 90 to 2017. He was a consultant for Malayalam translation published by Kerala Language Institute in 2012 of the book The Man Who Knew Infinity. He actively involved in math popularization. He writes popular articles in Malayalam and English on various aspects of mathematics, mainly aimed at students. He interviewed the former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and interacted with him many times. He was a mentor for Inspire program of DST. He was a vice president of Ramanujan Mathematical Society. He was a Emeritus Professor in CUSAT since 2018. So I welcome Dr. A. Vijayakumar sir to this program.
Thank you.
Secondly, I welcome Dr. Sumitra S, Associate Professor in Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. She took Ph.D. in Machine Learning, Department of Automatic Control and System Engineering, the University of Sheffield, UK. She took M.Tech in Computer and Information Science, and also she took M.Sc in Mathematics in Cochin University of Science and Technology. She was a good researcher, bundle of research papers published. I welcome Sumitra Madam to this program. Next, I welcome Dr. Shinoj T K. He is a scientist in ISRO, Bangalore, for the last 6 years. He took his degree and PG from St. Thomas College, Thrissur, specialized in mathematics, and MPhil from Kerala University, Karivattam. He was working in NIT Calicut, Ambat Vijayakumar, etc. He qualified NET and he took his PhD from NIT Calicut. Now he is a scientist in ISRO. And then transferred to Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, VSSC. I welcome you, sir, to this program. Next, I express our welcome to Dr. Boby Mathew.
Hello.
Hello, sir. He is a senior statistical geneticist, Bayer Crop Science in Germany.
Excuse me, you please ask all the participants to mute their mic. It's a disturbance for the speaker.
Okay. Dear participants, please mute your mic. He is a senior statistical geneticist. He has a strong background in statistical programming with many years of experience in development of novel statistical algorithms for data analysis. He expertise in Bayesian statistics, Python and Linux. He has a big experience in different institutes. He was one of the best statistician and another important thing is that he is completed B.Sc Mathematics and then going to the statistics field. So I welcome you, sir, to this program.
Thank you.
Nextly, I welcome Mr. Jinson Kuruvilla, software developer and Sagen Insurance Company, Canada. He took his B.Sc Mathematics from our institute, then post-graduation in computer application from CUSAT. Then he has 8 years of experience in software development life cycle, including system requirement collections, and he expertise in RDBMS, Oracle database with a complex query writing, and he is having very as chartered accountant. He was a student of our institute from 77 to 82. He did his B.Sc Mathematics and completed CA in 1986 and started practice at Changanacherry. He is a visiting faculty for MBA at BIMS and St. Kitts College. He was an eminent personality in the field of accountants. So I welcome you, sir, to this program. Then I welcome our head of the department, Dr. Boby Mathew, sir. He is the backbone of this program. And I extend our welcome to all the faculty members of SB College Changanacherry and all the participants of this program. So I welcome all of you to this program. Thank you. Now we have a video presentation. Now we have an outline program of the course as well as the syllabus by our respected HOD, Dr. Boby Mathew.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
So here I present an outline of the curriculum of B.Sc Mathematics at St. Berkmans. As all of you know, it is written in the Vedanta Jadish. Yathashikha Mayuranam Naganam Manivetha Tadvad Vedanta Shastranam Ganidam Murthanam Sthita. In the first year, we have common courses, 2 common courses, that is English, and 1 core course, that is on Foundations of Mathematics. That is 1 and 2, that is for semester 1 and semester 2. Then we have complementary courses, namely Physics and Statistics. In year 2, you have common courses, your language, English and second language. Then mathematical analysis, we start to study mathematical analysis in the second year of the program. And the courses on statistics and physics will continue. In semester 5, we will specialize in our subject with linear algebra, abstract algebra, mathematical analysis, and differential equations as the courses. And 1 open course is there. We can choose the open course, that means the courses offered by other departments too. In semester 6, we continue with mathematical analysis, complex analysis, discrete mathematics, metric spaces, and 1 elective course is there. Now we offer operations research as the elective, and as part of the program, we have to complete a project. And we provide, as you have already seen from the video presentation, we have so many scholarships and awards. Professor Antiquity Memorial Cash Awards, professional prizes by HA, BMA prizes, that is Berkman's Mathematics Association gives prizes. Then Cherry Random scholarships, O.P. Philip and O.P. Thomas Memorial Endowments. Then there is support from St. Vincent de Paul Society. Now, the department offers so many enrichment programs such as Professor Antiquity Memorial Lecture Series, Summer Training Program in Mathematics, BMA electives, Quiz Clubs, Mathematics Circle, Winter School in Mathematics, Professor Abraham Endowment Lecture and Scholar in Residence Program, Scholar Support Program as part of the government program, work with a scholar, again a government program. Then Berkman's webinar series in mathematics. Now, the specialty of the B.Sc at St. Berkman's is the special courses, that is, courses designed for obtaining extra credits. In semester 1, we have basic life support system and disaster management. In semester 2 and 3, we have add-on courses. Semester 4, numerical methods with Python. Semester 5, we will give a finishing school, which contains so so many soft skills, interview techniques, group discussion techniques, etc. And of course, in the final semester, you'll have a course on LaTeX training. LaTeX means the typesetting language, suited for scientific purposes. So, I will end up with the opening notes of the book, The Way of Analysis, written by Robert Starts. Do not ask permission to understand. Do not wait for the word of authority. Seize reason in your hands. With your own teeth, savor the fruit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we come a short direction relating to the career opportunities in mathematics. The career opportunities in mathematics is detailed explanation are given by our Vijayakumar sir. So before, I want to give just a direction relating to the career opportunities after B.Sc mathematics. A student, those who opt B.Sc mathematics, those who have different opportunities relating to computer areas. One of that area is Master of Computer Application, MCA. Another areas are IT related job opportunities. The other opportunities, one of that opportunities, Master of Business Administration, Business Application, MBA. That's an applied area. Another area is actuarial science. Actuarial science is relating to mathematics and some of their applications in statistics and all. The other area is the CA, Chartered Accountant. One of our Johny sir will give more clarification. Other area is logistics. One of the other areas, data analysis field, that will give more clarification from our experts today. We have a lot of government opportunities, PSC, UPSC, Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, etc. A lot of competitive exams are there. The other opportunities, one of the major opportunities, Bachelor of Education course, B.Ed. The further study relating to B.Sc mathematics is one is M.Sc mathematics, then PhD or MPhil, or they have lot of opportunities in ISRO, DRDO, etc. The other area is MSc Statistics. They have the chance for biostatistics programs, Indian Statistical Service exam. If they are qualified, they have good opportunities. The other area is Master of Arts in Economics. They have some competitive exam is IES. The other postgraduate courses are MSc Bioinformatics, MSc Computer Science, MSc Operational Research, Masters in Social Sciences, MSc Geology, MSc Physics, MSc Applied Geophysics, postgraduate in Designs, and the National Eligibility Test or JRF are the qualifying examinations after completing post graduation. They have job opportunities in different institutes, colleges. If they PhD, they have lot of opportunities in research areas and applied field. These are all some of the applications or the benefits after completing B.Sc Mathematics. So I gave the chance of the activities given by our college. I welcome our respected Father John J. Chavara to present the activities.
So very good afternoon to one and all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay, thank you. So almost all things are given during the presentation and during the presentation of Dr. Jinson Kuruvilla sir. So I am not taking much time or not wasting much time because you are eagerly waiting for the panel discussion. So within a few minutes, I will retire. Our college, St. Bergman's College, is celebrating its 100th anniversary. So it's a centenary year. And our trademark is one of the best college libraries in Kerala with a 5-storied building, more than 140,000 books. We have a very good digital library. Anyway, influent almost in all colleges, but we have a co-host. And we have a department library also with nearly 1,000 books supported by the National Board of Higher Mathematics. And we have a well-equipped language lab, and we are giving IELTS training, International English Language Testing System. So those who are willing to go abroad, it will help them. And also we are providing international study options, a seminar every year by our department. And also our college has an institution innovation club. So it's a time for startups. So those who can or those who are willing to make startups, the Institution Innovation Council will help them. And from the part of department, we are giving BMA lectures, webinar series. And I think almost all those things are given in the presentation of Dr. Jinson Kuruvilla sir. We have a very good computer lab with which is named as the Mathematical Modeling Division. We have paid softwares like MATLAB and free open softwares are also there. We are giving training for R and Python like that. Anyway, we are giving summer training program and winter school in mathematics. We have a mathematics tournament. I think a few of you may have come here and participated in this mathematics tournament. We have a regular maths quiz club, general quiz club, and almost all those things. Anyway, I am not wasting much time. Let me come to my duty. So you are eagerly waiting for the panel discussion. So it is time for the panel discussion. Anyway, I am very happy. Almost our Kulla sir introduced our Vijayakumar sir. But I say, Dr. Ambat Vijayakumar sir needs no introduction in the field of mathematics, especially in Kerala. ആമുഖങ്ങൾ ആവശ്യമില്ലാത്ത ഒരു വ്യക്തിത്വമാണ് വിജയകുമാർ സാർ. കാരണം അത്രമാത്രം അറിയപ്പെടുന്ന ഒരു മാത്തമാറ്റീഷ്യനാണ്. 10-30 വർഷങ്ങളായിട്ട് REC കാലിക്കറ്റിലും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ക്യുസാറ്റിലുമായിട്ട് എത്രയോ ശിഷ്യഗണങ്ങൾ. സോ എ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് സ്റ്റുഡൻസ്. മാത്തമാറ്റിക്സ് ഒളിമ്പിയാഡ് 10-27 വർഷമായിട്ട് ഹി കണ്ടക്ടഡ്. ഹി വാസ് ദ ചെയർ ഇൻ കേരള. രാമാനുജൻ മാത്തമാറ്റിക്കൽ സൊസൈറ്റിയുടെ വൈസ് പ്രസിഡന്റ്. And I think 6 or 7 months back, he wrote a very good article in Madhurabhumi Alchapathu regarding Srinivasa Ramanujan. He writes many articles in English and Malayalam. And Vijayakumar sir is a man who popularized mathematics. That's the main attraction of that personality. Who popularized it because maths is something. It's a matter of fear for many people. But mathematicsനെ മധുരിക്കുന്ന രീതിയിൽ നൽകാൻ കഴിവുള്ള ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണ് വിജയകുമാർ സാർ. തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ പാനൽ ഡിസ്കഷൻ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ഹെഡഡ് ബൈ Dr. A. Vijayakumar sir. Dear sir, I cordially invite you to address this gathering.
So, shall I start?
Yeah, okay sir. Okay sir.
Okay. I hope that I am audible. Um,
Yeah,
Thank you
yes,
very
sir.
much. Thank you very much for organizing this program, Explore the Infinite. And especially during Sunday afternoon and during the pandemic period, I could find as much as 136 participants in this program, which is a very welcome and inspiring fact. So I also welcome my fellow panelists representing different areas of knowledge, of which I am very happy and proud that one of my own student, Dr. Sumitra, who is now in Indian Institute of Space Technology as a faculty, is also a panel member. So I think I am meeting her after maybe 25 years at least. That too, through online I could meet her, and I'm very happy for that. So what I'm going to do is, as suggested by the college, I will make a presentation for about 15-20 minutes and leave the floor to the fellow panelists, and then start interacting with the students. Whatever clarification they need from us, we are ready to provide. So let me first of all thank my good old friend Dr. Boby Mathew and Dr. Ullas, the management, principal, and Father John and others for giving me a chance to share some of my thoughts. Is it okay? Video is okay?
Yeah, visible, sir, visible.
Okay. So I am extending an invitation to the scope and applications of mathematics. As the persons who introduced me told that I'm a math popularizer. I write articles in Malayalam, English, and so on various aspects of mathematics. Now its number is around 65. And I've been talking about mathematics for the last 30 years at various colleges and various forums. So I know what is happening now in the chemistry of the body of all the participants, what is there in mathematics. So I will take about 15-20 minutes to show you what mathematics can do before going to opt a career in mathematics. So my pranams to an inspiring teacher, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. His quote that I have taken today is that don't read success stories. You will only get a message. Read failure stories, you will get some ideas to get success. It's a very real, very correct statement. To read success stories, you are not going to get anything more. But if you read failure stories, you will know how to become successful in life. So I will start with a confidence building slide or a story of a failure to success, that of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States of America, who has failed in several situations, starting from 1832 to till 1860, when he was finally elected as the president of the United States of America. So if you look at this slide, you see defeated, failed, lost, etc., etc., nervous breakdown, lost renomination, rejected. These are the only words that you find. Finally, he became the president of the United States of America. So had he taken for granted that failure is his fate, he would not have become the president of the United States. And that is a simple message which I wanted to tell my young students. Don't get dejected in life when you get some failures. Try to fight it out and be a winner in life and be a winner in your profession. So I will take you to different arenas of applications of mathematics, and you are free to choose. I always provide a buffet lunch. I am not particular that because I like chicken curry, you also should eat chicken curry. No, I'll give you a buffet lunch. You are free to take home something and get digested. What you understand is more important than what you have heard. So what I did was today morning, I gave a keyword search, SB College. I didn't say SB College Changanacherry. Immediately our friend Google search engine gave 48 followed by 7 zeros results in just 0.65 seconds. But if I use the same keyword after 10 minutes or 1 hour, I may get a more number of results within less time, say 0.6 seconds or 0.5 seconds. So being a mathematics teacher, I will now start asking questions. How is that Google able to do this? So how does Google? There is a notion of a page rank. Each page that you have in the internet, in the World Wide Web, has given a rank. The mathematics behind this is linear algebra, graph theory, probability theory, and all that. So you ask Google itself, how do you Google? Hello, good morning, Google. How do you Google? If you keep on asking Google, the Google will give you and frighten you maybe, scare you maybe with a matrix of order 8 billion by 8 billion. That is 64 followed by 14 zeros. And you are asked to find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, improve using this algorithm, and that is the math behind it. I am not going to detail it. So welcome to my university, Cochin University of Science and Technology. We have an integrated PG program now, started 2 years ago. So the admission test is sometime in July. So you are welcome to Cochin University. This is a poster by American Mathematical Society on what can I do with a math degree. I will ask what not you can do with a math degree, from being a great musician to animator, urban designer, teacher, actuarial scientist, professor, reliquary, banker, forensic analyst, cryptographer, coding theorist, NASA person, ISRO person, space technology, whatnot. Mathematician's dream. Though mathematics is called the queen of all sciences, there is no Nobel Prize for mathematics, and there is a Fields Medal, and there are some Indian names in it, but not an Indian so far since 1936. So you could aspire for Fields Medal in mathematics if you choose a career in mathematics. So from Google PageRank to mathematical modeling, so this news came sometime last year, 2 years ago. Early warning, well-planned response limits Fani toll to 6. Fani was a cyclone which hit Kerala coast as well, and finally collapsed in Orissa. And because of the wonderful effort of Indian Space Research Organization satellites and the wonderful mathematical modeling technique available with the Indian Meteorology Department, they were watching the Indian Ocean more than a week ago, kept a constant eye on the system as it brewed into a cyclone Fani. So wind becomes a cyclone under some climatic conditions, and that was the fate of Naik International Airport in Orissa on May 4, 2019. So you ask me, what has this? I will come to that point later. Now look at the viral spreading, COVID-19. We have an epidemiological network analysis. In this epidemiological network, the spread scenarios. May I remind you that the susceptible, infectious, and recovered model that was used in the malaria and who got Nobel Prize for that is still used for COVID-19 analysis with the suitable modification, and there is mathematics behind this. Now, if you look at phylogeny, which is a branch of evolution of species or a line of descent, their relationship with other species, etc., and organisms. So fundamental to phylogeny is that plants or animals of different species descended from common ancestors. And by looking at the phylogeny of all living organisms, the transmission rates of infectious diseases could be studied, such as AIDS, influenza, dengue, and even SARS-CoV-2. Again, you can ask me, what has this phylogeny to do with mathematics? Now we feel that in biology, there is more of mathematics. Now look at the Facebook. Facebook has a simple principle that friend of a friend could be a friend. So I need not be a friend with you at all, but I have a common friend, Boby Mathew or Ullas, who can connect you with me. So I reach you in 2 steps. This can increase, number of steps can increase. And there is a famous theory of 6 degrees of separation. And the 2020 data for the number of monthly active users of Facebook is of the order of 2.7 billion. That is 2.7 into 10 raised to 9. That means heavy traffic is going on, but the interesting fact is that the Facebook network is a small world phenomena. Therefore, Microsoft research team found that I need not go for 6 degrees of separation, but in Facebook network it is enough if you have 3.57. So my conclusion is mathematics is everywhere. From atmospheric sciences to actuarial sciences to big data analytics and computational neuroscience. Entertainment industry, what is that? Look at Titanic movie and you enjoy the mathematics behind it. Or you look at the Bahubali movie and enjoy the animation behind it. That is the application of mathematics in the entertainment industry. Mathematical endoscopy, mathematical oncology, looking at the mathematical modeling of the spread of cancer diseases, photogrammetry, quantum computation, remote sensing, and so on. So mathematics is unlimited and mathematics is everywhere. This is a buzzword, big data analytics. That how huge big data is. It's really huge, measured in terms of zettabyte, 10 raised to 21. Okay, so not your KB or GB or MB or something like that. So when you have a huge data, how to classify the data, how to store the data and analyze the data is big data analytics. So I gave a talk a couple of years ago in Calicut, and I casually mentioned that there is mathematics even in samosa. So I didn't know that there was a news reporter and he caught it and put it in this newspaper. So Samayasailan Kanakanda Pedi Lava Ganadam Padikan Vadimundo. Yes, you need not scare mathematics at all. Mathematics is going to be a very good friend of mine. Now look at your cosmetologist. You go to a dentist and ask him what is 1.618 or golden ratio. He will not understand because he's a professional dentist. He need not bother about what is the fundamental science that was used in it. So golden ratio, which is 1 plus root 5 by 2, is in the human face at many, many, many places. You have another fractal, what you see. You cannot see mathematics till computer science was born. Now you can see mathematics. Not only that, you can read mathematics and understand mathematics. You have started seeing mathematics, and Mandelbrot set is an example of a fractal due to Benoit Mandelbrot. But why did I say this? Because you find applications in medical by diabetic retinopathy. So diabetic retinopathy is the problem causing retina due to diabetic, and is coding theory, that too an elementary algebra. So there are several new areas of research and career: phylogenetics, oncogenomics, DNA sequencing, structural bioinformatics, networks and system biology, digital forensics, where you apply science to criminal and civil laws. So a lawyer needs mathematics now. And there are several careers in meteorology, science of climate study. Indian Meteorology Department, along with the Ministry of Earth Sciences, Government of India, has several research programs in which you need mathematics people: development and improvement of atmospheric ocean, development of weather and ocean-based decision support system, and plotting and visualization of weather data. So decision support system is what mathematics can do. You have to be an expert in computer programming and modeling, like Python, graphs, and so on. So you have tremendous opportunity in Indian Meteorology Department. So mathematics, physics, chemistry in oceanography. Oceanography seeks to understand the physical and chemical process of the oceans. So collecting data can mean spending 6 or 7 weeks at sea and then working on the data back at the laboratory. So that is what is called oceanography is. So oceanography gives opportunities for various ocean industries, port and harbor authorities. In Cochin University, we have a course in atmospheric sciences and also in physical and chemical oceanography. So we have the research lab, CSIR, National Institute of Oceanography in Goa and Kochi and so on. you get a job also. You have another defense research organization, Naval Physical Oceanographic Laboratory in Kochi. So basic studies, what you require is computer science and basic mathematics like physics, chemistry, and mathematics. There are some new generation courses as advised by University Grants Commission like Data Security, which is a PG course in Chennai Mathematical Institute, Applied Statistics and Informatics in IIT Bombay, 5-year integrated courses in IITs and Cochin University, Theoretical Computer Science in Anna University, Cyber Security in PSG College, Actuarial Science and Big Data Biology. So there are new buzzwords coming, psychonomics, just like economics. Psychonomics describes an approach to psychology that aims at discovering the laws that govern the workings of the mind. See, from mathematics to psychonomics and whatnot, and the basic requirement is the fundamental knowledge of mathematics. Mathematical oncology, I mentioned, the use of mathematical techniques in modeling and simulations to study the spread of cancer, clinical big data analytics, biomathematics, cryptography, secure communication in the presence of third parties, how to securely transform information, which is very much used in space and defense organizations. My co-panelists will definitely talk about all such wonders of mathematics. So when you look at the WhatsApp, you see that there is an end-to-end encryption from the beginning to the end. Till you get the message from X to Y, you send a message from X and Y gets it. The entire transaction is encrypted, which could be decrypted only at the last stage when I receive actual message. So in the air or whatever medium that you use, when the signals are sent or messages are sent, there's absolutely no data loss. There is no security lack. When you enter, when you give an ATM card, suddenly you see that HTTPS, you get to the secure channel and everything is fine thanks to the cryptography and mathematics. The mathematics required for cryptography is nothing but number theory. So we have nanoscience, defense science, actuarial science. I will spend a minute for actuarial science. What is this actuarial science? When you take a family or single insurance cover, be it life, health, or property, the premium amount is calculated based on various futuristic events which are largely evaluating risk. So we apply mathematical and statistical techniques to evaluate the risk, and that is actuarial science. So there are several institutes. I'm not going to spend anything on it because if there is an interaction, if I'm interested, I can give answers for this. So these are some role models whom I think were successful in life, starting from Mahatma Gandhi and Abdul Kalam to George Sudarshan to Asim Premji to Narayana Murthy to Anand to Zuckerberg to Tim Berners-Lee to and to Mr. E. Sridharan and Abhishek Banerjee, Professor Chandrasekhar, Dr. Tessie Thomas, Pichai, Mahal Nobis, the Amul man, Varghese Kurian, and the great Tata and Mrs. Sudhamurthy, Dr. Swaminathan, and so on. So you have plenty of role models in science and mathematics whom you can choose. If you want a role model within yourself, try to be a good student and aspire a career in mathematics. So I end up with a social message of breaking the chain. I've reached this message through my webinars, at least 12,000 members for last 1 year. So soap, mask, and social distancing alone can break the chain, and it is our duty as a citizen of India to take care that the chain is broken. So thank you all and best wishes for your choosing a career in mathematics. And when you start a career in mathematics, I'm sure that you can fly by different areas where you have now. And I'm ready to share my information, whatever information which I want, which I can give during the interactive session. So thank you very much. And I invite other fellow panelists to share their views.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful talk. What I cannot do with a math degree. It was fantastic, sir. So next, we have with us Dr. Sumitra as Dr. Vijayakumar, sir, student. Most of the people during studying in the +1, +2, they think of taking a B.Tech degree, engineering. And then B.Tech, they are taking M.Tech. Yes, here with us, Dr. Sumitra S, who took mathematics and took her MSc from CUSAT and then did her MTech, and after that taking the PhD. Now she is an associate professor at the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram, specialized in artificial intelligence and machine learning. I wholeheartedly invite you, Dr. Sumitra S, to address the audience. Madam, please unmute your mic. Please unmute.
Okay. So now I'm audible, right?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. First of all, let me say that it is a great move from the college side to organize such a program. I'm really happy to be a part of this program. Actually, it's a real proud moment for me. First of all, I'm here to motivate the young minds. Not only that, today I'm sharing the dais with my own teacher, Professor Vijayakumar. He taught me while I was doing MSc at Kochi University. Actually, persons like him, was the backbone behind what I'm today, right? I'm really proud and to be trained by persons like him. So what to say now, I will share my own story, what I am now and how I reached this step. As the sir told, I did my B.Sc in mathematics as well as MSc in mathematics. Then I took MTech degree from MTech in computer science and information technology. After that, I did PhD in machine learning. So this is my background. So first of all, I told that it is a great move from the college side to arrange such a program. Actually, the students, while joining for a program, they will always have a thought, what is my future? Especially for students who join for non-professional courses like B.Sc mathematics. Also, not only that, people around the student will ask different questions. What will you do after this? Actually, I have faced such a questions while I was doing B.Sc and MSc. What will you do after this? Why you have chosen this path? That's right. So, and also for MSc, we learn a lot of theories. Where are we going to use these theories? So these type of questions will affect us, especially when we are in the students. When we are students, when we look around, right? People, our counterparts are getting good jobs. Where will we reach if we take such a course? Will our future will be bright? All these questions will come to our mind. So let me say that mathematics is now the most important, or is now the backbone of each and everything. So if you take the machine learning, like, right, I'm in the mathematics department. I'm teaching that we are running a MTech course in machine learning and computing. And if you look at the syllabus of machine learning, almost everything is mathematics only. A person who has very good knowledge in mathematics can only win in those fields. Actually, machine learning, it is a interdisciplinary field. It takes ideas from mathematics, statistics, and computer science. So only a person with a very good knowledge of mathematics can do, or can, if we want to do something great in that field, you should have a good knowledge of mathematics. So as I told that I joined for MTech after MSc. So how did I get admission for that? For that, there is a competitive exam called GATE, Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. And for that, there is a paper in mathematics. So, and its syllabus are that of MSc. So after MSc, you can write GATE examination and you can go for MTech in computer science as well as MTech in fields like machine learning. So if I say about my institute, we are running a MTech course in machine learning and computing. To get admission for that, you should have a GATE score. And what is the, which all students we are looking for is that one is, many branches are there, and one branch is MSc in mathematics or statistics with the GATE score. So let me say that there are lot of opportunities before you if you join for B.Sc mathematics, right? Not only that, for competitive exams like banking, for that also you should have a good numerical bent of mind. So let me talk more about this machine learning. What is machine learning is about? Actually, machine learning means it is a branch which we use for developing algorithms which can emulate how humans think. So you'll think that whether a person should have more competitive or more expert in computer science than mathematics to be in that field. The answer is computer science knowledge we can build up. The person should have good programming skills only. To implement these algorithms, you should have good programming skill, but to understand the concepts, you should have very good mathematical background. Actually, the page ranking algorithm and all, Professor Vijayakumar explained. Actually, I'm teaching that to my students, and it is actually, its foundation is linear algebra only. So, and also, while I'm doing PhD, my research area is kernel methods. Actually, kernel's methods foundation is functional analysis, which is a theoretical branch of machine learning. So after joining the PhD only, I really understood the importance of the theorems I have studied while I was doing MSc. So I will say that it's a best decision to, if you join for B.Sc mathematics, it's one of the, you won't repent that I have chosen a bad field, because definitely there are many opportunities are there. And as I said, that data and the field of data analytics, that is a very, it's very hot field, and people there, only with the mathematical knowledge, you can explore that field. So if a person from B.Tech computer science and from B.Sc mathematics is coming, so actually we should need people with all types of knowledge, right? Only not with the computer knowledge, but with that mathematical knowledge is also needed. So if you have a mathematical knowledge, you can build up other things, like you can train yourself if you want to know more about the programming language. That all you can build up by after getting this mathematical knowledge. You can build up all those other things which is needed for this field. So you don't hesitate to join in this field. and there are a lot of opportunities in front of you, right? And also, if you're thinking what to do after B.Sc, as you said that you can go for MCA is one options, right? And not only that, MSc Mathematics is another option. Although it's again a non-professional degree, as I said that you can go for higher studies, like you can join for PhD, or else, as I said earlier, you can write the competitive exams, the GATE, and you can do MTech. So after the MTech, right, and this machine learning feels like machine learning, they're especially looking for people with a very good mathematical bent of mind. It is you should we need actually not only engineers, we should people who are trained in basic sciences. The growth of basic science is very much needed for the growth of the society. So I don't get right. People don't get if somebody asks you why you have joined for this courses, right? Don't feel sorry for all such questions. You should confidently you can answer that, right? I know what I am doing. There are lot of opportunities in front of me, and I'm in a very good field like mathematics. And with a mathematical bent of mind, I can have big dreams, I can explore this entire world. So bold and with confidence, join this program, and let me say that you have a very good future ahead. So, okay, so if you have any questions about this course in IIST, let me know.
Okay, thank you, Martin. I think and answer the last. Okay, thank you very much for your speech there. How was
Acha, the voice is not clear.
Hello.
Voice is not clear.
Hello.
Hello? കട്ടായി പോകുന്നുണ്ട്, വോയിസ് ക്ലിയർ അല്ല. ഹലോ? ഹലോ?
Hello, madam.
There is some technical issue. I would like to invite Dr. Shinoj T K, scientist in VSSC ISRO, Thiruvananthapuram, for his presentation.
Yeah, thanks, one and all. Good afternoon, one and all. So let me thanks for the Department of Mathematics, SB College, and especially to the HOD Science to invite me for this program. Also, let me thank for the subject which helped me to reach or sit in this dais. And that is nothing but mathematics. So let me share some of the slides which I have prepared. If the slide is visible? Hello?
Yes, are visible.
Yeah. First, let me start with the importance of whatever the mathematics which you have in the olden days and now also. This slide already covered told by our HOD. So let I am skipping this. So this is the meaning nothing but mathematics stands of the top of all the sciences. So coming to the today's topic, after +2 or +2, what where to go or what to be done. Okay, of course, science also will come in this place. So if you see the previous or at least last few years trend, compared to those students who are joining for medicine and engineering, the students are more for joining in science and arts. This is okay. This some of the careers in mathematics, and many more are there. Just I am going fast. And this is one of the advertisement given by industry point of view. DRDO also given some advertisement requirements for science B. Also, ISRO is given some of the advertisement in the previous years. And coming to some of the areas, of course, maybe the +2 students may not know all the subject. So I just stay prepared. These are some of the areas which have some applications. So let me share one more slide where in ISRO where we are using or what is the what do you call where the mathematics is using. Is the slide is visible?
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay, yeah, fine.
I think the present screen is not given.
Okay. I think now it is visible.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Compared to the okay, there are many. I think the +2 students maybe studied about the matrix theory. All about matrix theory. So these are some of the launch vehicles. So I'm just going to next slide. If you take even one of the launch vehicles, there are so many subsystems are there. These are some of the subsystems, like different stages are there. So here main thing is if you model a vehicle or launch vehicle or the rocket, so main thing is we have to divide the rocket into different stages based on so many things, based on the propellant or what are the things required. And the main thing is that here main thing coming is the modeling. So how to model each stage? Some stages may be the propellant, maybe the solid propellant. Sometimes it may be the liquid propellant. So all the things we have to model. Model means there should be a mathematical modeling behind that. So if you take even a single stage, there are so many hundreds of different subsystems are there. So each subsystems first we have to model, and after modeling we have to integrate. So it's a complicated technology. So each thing, the backbone is mathematical modeling, whether it is solid stage or liquid stage or whatever. Now, so different stages are there. The satellite is sitting somewhere here. So once we model our rocket, now the next thing is we have to launch the satellite to some orbit. We have to launch, whether it is GEO, GSO, MEO, or whatever. So, so there what comes is that is the next thing. Suppose we are launching a rocket. So there should be, so this is my target. So how to reach the target? So if you take 2 points, no, A and B, there are infinite number of paths we can find. So how to find the optimum path? So there comes the optimization. So optimization also one of the things which using in ISRO, and many things, even interpolation, many things, numerical interpolation, many like you might have studied the Rungu-Kutta method, like there's so many interpolation technique also we are using here. So if you see all the things, the fundamental thing is mathematics. Then coming to the aero or electrical engineering or aerospace or fluid dynamics, those things. So if you see, going back to the fundamental thing, the modeling part and design part, the main thing is the mathematics. So this I just want to share with all of you. So similarly, another thing is probability and statistics also mainly we are using. Basically, if you might study the Monte Carlo simulation technique, and similarly expectation thing. And if you know probability, there may be always some dispersion will be there. So there's dispersion studies, standard deviation and bias studies. And if you come to the quality control, statistical quality controls are also it is using, and reliability analysis, that is another thing. So if you application point of view, there are many things are there. Maybe engineering point of view, that there may be aerospace engineering or aeronautical engineering, but the fundamental thing is nothing but the mathematics. So these are the things I just want to share with all of you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Shinoj sir, for explaining the mathematics behind the polar satellite launch vehicle and the rocket launching. I also thank Dr. Sumitra Madam, because I have some problem with my net connection. Thank you, Madam, for your experience sharing and motivating words. So next we have with us Dr. Boby. So as we always ask what mathematics has to do with biology, so here is the answer, Dr. Boby. Actually, he's a classmate of our head of the department, Dr. Jinson Mathew, for 5 years during his pre-degree and degree studies. And after B.Sc Maths, he took his master's in bioinformatics, and now he is working as a biostatistics scientist. He took his PhD from the University of Bonn, Germany, and he is working as a scientist there. So, hearty welcome, Dr. Boby, to this meeting.
Thank you for the nice introduction. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank my classmate Shine for inviting me to this event, and also I really thank the organizers for taking such an initiative, because this is really important. Because when I was also doing my B.Sc, I was not really sure that what are the opportunities we may get after completing the bachelor. So, but here you give a clearly nice guideline. And also the presentation from Ullas, you see that in the diagram, there are so many options if you study mathematics. So I was really impressed by that diagram, because you can see clear structure that what are the options if you take a B.Sc in mathematics. But today I just wanted to give more direction how we can go for PhD abroad, because that's what I did. And I can give some direction in that regard, because we have a lot of options to come to Germany or US to do a PhD, because there are a lot of scholarships offered by the universities. And I can give an idea of how we can get into such programs abroad. So as I already mentioned, that after my bachelor in mathematics, I studied bioinformatics, because that time bioinformatics, one of the major topic was arising. And then I did my master in bioinformatics. And there also you have to know that in my classmate, most of the students were biologists, and they were really struggling to learn the core topics in bioinformatics, because it was mainly statistics and mathematics. And then you had to also do programming. So it was really a struggle for many of the biological students, because when you are moving to the biology, and we are bringing the statistical and mathematical background, you can really pick up the biological, but it is not really a big problem to learn the biology, at least for bioinformatics courses. And also maybe we can really perform really well in bioinformatics if you are really strong in mathematics or statistical background. And then after my MSc in bioinformatics, I was working as a computational biologist in one of the CSIRO Institute in Hyderabad. And then I was really analyzing a lot of big data, what we hear it now, and that was mainly sequence data, because if you know that all the organisms are made up of DNAs, and then we are sequencing to see that how similar they are or how distant they are. And then we are also doing some phylogenetic studies that Vijayakumar sir already mentioned. And then after that, I was looking for some PhD options. Then one option is that you can do it here in India. There are some options like NET, UGC NET, you can write, and then there are positions there, then you can do a PhD. And then I was looking at options to go abroad, because some of my colleagues that I'm working in CSMB were also moving abroad for PhD. So then I looked at in internet, and then I found many positions that suitable for your interest, like bioinformatics or direction of statistics. And then I found one was really interesting, is B.Sc in statistics. So that time B.Sc in statistics was really getting popular. And then I applied for a PhD in University of Bonn. And I have to mention that they provide you scholarships, but normally you don't need to, when you think about going abroad for studies, you fear about, okay, what could be the cost. And I would like to mention that there are a lot of scholarships available from the government or universities, or there are some mutual collaboration between government of India and German government. It's called DAD. So this type of organizations exist, that they provide you the right amount of scholarships. So that means that scholarship is really more than enough to pursue your study here. And you have to think that if you're doing a PhD mostly in not in mathematics, maybe it's, if you're doing something in bioinformatics or some related field in India, it may take at least 4 to 5 years. But if you're really good in Germany, you can do it in 3 to 4 years, maybe 3 or 3.5 years, you can do it, your PhD. So it's really a really good option. I did my PhD in University of Bonn, and then I worked there as a postdoc. That is another option that you can do after the completion of PhD. So I did almost 6 years as a postdoc, and I was also teaching in the university students with biostatics, also bioinformatics. And then after that, last year I moved to Bayer. It's one of the top company here in Germany, and now I'm working as a part of a data scientist team. And nowadays I'm also dealing with a lot of big data. So that's basically what many people were mentioning already here. So I would like to mention that this is really a big area at the moment. If we are trying to hire some people in Bayer with data science background, it is really hard to get people, because there are a lot of options there for the data science people. Because if you hear about big data, because this is one of the hot topic at the moment, because many people are telling the data is the goal of this generation. So if you are really looking, you can see that there are a lot of options there. So I would suggest that most of these positions, they are really looking for students with strong statistical and mathematical background, and then the programming. But if you are going to take a B.Sc in mathematics, you already have the necessary background for being a data science or a machine learning engineer. And then you can also learn Python, R, or maybe there is a new language called Julia that is also getting really popular in data science community. So you can learn any of this language, and then you can really pursue a career in data science. And also I would like to mention that if you go for statistics, as I do biostatistics, you can also do that one, because that's also you have a lot of background coming from the mathematics when you do a bachelor in mathematics. And then because you already cover most of this statistical component, you need to be successful in statistics, or you can, after the B.Sc, you can also go for MSc biostatistics or some statistics. So, and that is another area, because if you wanted to pursue a career in MSc statistics, you can see that many of these companies nowadays are coming to India, because it's like IBQ, or many of these specialized statistical companies are coming to India because they are looking for really good talent. They're in India, and they they are really hiring people with MSc statistics background or MSc biostatistics background. So this is another option if you still do a bachelor in a B.Sc and then B.Sc mathematics, then you can move to statistics as another further option going to this side. And then you have to also keep in mind, most of the time, if you can also learn some languages like R or Python or even MATLAB, but I would suggest if you are going for statistics, mainly R, and if you are going for some other programming stuff, maybe Python. And this will also give you a lot of understanding about how these how maths works, because you can visualize many of the things, and you can also start your own coding, and maybe that makes your life much easier or much beautiful. Because if you're really learning theory in a B.Sc Max, but it might be a little bit boring. But if you started to visualize some of this one using R or some other statistical package, then you get more intuition about the topic, and that make you interesting to study the topic. So that's one of my suggestions, because when I was doing my studies, I didn't have any option, like what was the option or what was the importance of a singular value, or what is the eigenvectors. But now we are doing for a principal component analysis, then we know that, okay, these are the core topics behind principal component analysis, and then you can really visualize such kind of vectors or values. So that might give you more understanding how maths works in real way. So that's also one advice I would like to give, that if it's always nice to
Sir, you get muted. Sir, you get muted. Please unmute. Not audible now.
So,
okay.
Sorry, it's fine now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. So these are the options I wanted to share with you. And if you have some questions, you can ask me. And if you need some help, or what are the options available to move abroad for a PhD, or even there are options after B.Sc mathematics, you can also come here in Germany for many of these bioinformatics courses. Also, there are many IT programs like computer science programs that also you can join here. But there also sometimes you can get scholarship from DID for master programs. But definitely for PhDs, definitely you get scholarship. But for masters, the amount of scholarship might be, or the number of scholarship might be low. But still you can get scholarships for pursuing masters in pure statistics or mathematics or computer science or bioinformatics. So it's also possible. But as I already mentioned, you can for.
Okay, sir. I think we can ask questions at the end.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
If you are okay, thank you, Dr. Boby, for your inspiring words and giving new insights regarding international study options and in big data and data science. Okay, next.
Thank you.
Hello, are you audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the most demanding course in Kerala is B.Com, frankly speaking, because I know the situation here. And even people who took a science group also come to join for B.Com. When I asked them why, the answer is going for CA. So many people do not know. After a B.Sc mathematics course, we can take CA. And here with us, Mr. Johny Kandankary, our proud alumnus, he did his pre-degree and a degree from SB College Changanacherry. And after that, he took his chartered accountancy, and he's a practicing chartered accountant and a visiting professor in many management studies institutes here. Hearty welcome, Kandankary Johny sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. After hearing all these doyens in mathematics, I don't know. Am I audible?
Hello? Am I audible? Yeah. Okay. So after hearing. Sorry.
Please unmute the mic. Johny sir, please unmute. Okay.
Yes. Can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much for inviting me to this function, because as I see all the participants and everybody is doyens in mathematics. I'm just a graduate in mathematics. And after that, I left for another option, which is chartered accountancy. And maybe I should say mathematics was institutional for my career in accountancy. And at that time, after degree, see, your department has shown so many options for mathematics. You can master with this your basis in mathematics. That I should be a testimonial for that. And after my CA, I wanted to start my practice in my hometown in Changanacherry, which I'm doing even now after 35 years of practice. I was teaching students for CA, taking classes for CA students and taking classes for MBA. And everywhere I see, for CA especially, the students will be of a mixed nature, like BComs will be there, B.Sc, physics, chemistry, from every stream. But we can identify the students from mathematics stream. They will never accept which is not perfectly clear to them. That sense of reasoning and that sense of questioning, that is a success story behind CA. If you study the success percentage of B.Sc mathematics students in CA, we can say it's much higher than the national percentage. National pass percentage for CA is nearly 5 to 6%. When you take an analysis of B.Sc mathematics students passing CA, that will be much higher. 25-30% pass percentage will be there. You should make a study on that. B.Sc mathematics students going for CA and passing out. And after my career, I had so many options, going for employment, going abroad, so many options are, even now, so many options are there. But I opted for practice in my town, Changanacherry. I started my practice here in partnership with one of my classmates. My partner also is B.Sc mathematics. We were batchmates. We studied together. We did CA together, passed CA together, and started practice together in partnership. And I have no regrets. And mathematics has been helping me for my practice itself. Like when you go for an audit of a bank or something like that, your mathematical sense will help you in so many ways in identifying the frauds, identifying the mistakes and all that. That mathematics will be helping you. And when I tell about the course, your options are, after B.Sc, you have to join for articles with a practicing chartered accountant. That articles period is for 3 years. And after 1 year, you can write the intermediate exam. Intermediate exam has 2 groups, 4 plus 4 papers. Now the papers are financial management, accountancy, cost accounting, income tax, GST, law, auditing, etc. All these papers, especially in accountancy, company accounts, income tax, GST, everything, your base in mathematics helps you a lot. And the career, if you pass at the first chance, intermediate and both final, 8 papers more in total, and 4 plus 4. So you have to get 50% marks for each group. Minimum 40 marks for one paper. And if you pass out in first chance, your options are so much. And chartered accountancy has become inevitable and high-tech in every aspect. And nobody else can beat you in that area. And B.Sc mathematics, I should say, is the most ideal base for pursuing chartered accountancy course. Okay, if you have students have any doubt about chartered accountancy course, pursuing the course and all that, I am free to answer. Thanks a lot for inviting me to this function. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Johny sir, for asserting the importance of mathematics in the field of accounting. So next we have another alumnus of our institution, Mr. Jinson Kuruvilla. Now he's a software developer at Sagen Insurance, Canada, and as a business analyst also he is working there. After completing his B.Sc mathematics from here, he took his MCA from CUSAT. Welcome back, Jinson Kuruvilla, to your alma mater.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Department of Mathematics at IIST College as well as Shine sir for giving me this opportunity. And so, like, it was very spectacular to meet each and everyone who is actually trying to go aspire with the mathematics career. Let me talk about my background. As Archana has already mentioned, like, I completed my B.Sc mathematics in 2006 to 2009 period. So during that time, if you remember, like, it's I think Shinoj had already mentioned, like, given the statistics. So during that time, like, more than 80 or 90% of people who've completed the +2 will be going directly, writing the entrance exam and moving directly to medical or engineering field, like the B.Tech field. But I choose a different route from there, doing the B.Sc mathematics. I have to say, like, out of 60 people in my class who completed +2, there were only 2 who'd done like arts or science, other than medical field or maybe in B.Tech field, like the engineering field. And those 2 people has done the bachelor's in SB. So I have to really mention that. So I completed the B.Sc mathematics, then I have done MCA in CUSAT, as mentioned. After completing my CUSAT, I started working with a company called Suntech. There was a company which started in Technopark, Trivandrum. I got the opportunity to work in Europe, India, and North America for the last 8 years. Talking about the IT or the software development field, I have to say, like, the most important factor we have to make sure is that if you are interested in moving to a software development field or an IT field, make sure, like, you are getting the correct inputs by doing your B.Sc mathematics. So with the B.Sc mathematics, what you are gaining for your IT development field is, like, it's the logic what you are actually going to gather. So in IT, everything is actually a problem or a requirement. And what we are doing is, like, we are finding a logical solution to that particular problem. How I can solve that particular problem, or how I can actually implement that requirement. The next step would be only the languages, like, as Dr. Boby sir also mentioned, like, it can be Python, R, Java, or VB.NET. The technology can be anything which is the secondary. The primary requirement would be how I can solve that particular problem. So that particular problem's logic is what we have to gain from mathematics. All the theories, what we are learning from the college, is actually what we have to implement when we are resolving a problem. And regarding the career opportunities, I would say, like, after completing the B.Sc, there would be different like the competitive exams, entrance exams for MCA, which can be in the NITC, Calicut, and CUSAT, or different other universities is conducting competitive exam. I strongly recommend you to, like, research on that, study, prepare for the competitive exam, do a good post-graduation in computer application. And as you know, like, the IT industry is booming, and it will be booming for another maybe couple of years, maybe hundreds of years, and it won't be going down. The big data analyst, so you'll have the opportunity to aspire in the IT industry. So only thing is, like, whatever you are doing, the main aim for you will be to gain the logics, how I can resolve a problem using my own knowledge. That's what you have to understand. And other than that, I would say, like, getting a good course from a good college is the key for success. So I hope you will all have a great opportunity and a great career in your future. I don't extend, like, I don't want to go and extend my speech a lot. So you could definitely contact me or contact Trainzer if you have any queries regarding how I reached here, or is any like the competitive exams or not. And then, so thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Jinson, for the nice session. And all the experts in the panel have addressed the gathering. And we have a sub-panel. Three persons are with us. One is Gladys Rose, working at Ernst & Young, one of the biggest auditing firms in the world. And she completed her MSc from here. And Cyril J. Jacob is here. He is doing his doctoral studies in the prestigious Chennai Mathematical Institute. And also we have the Titi Babu doing her master's in data science at Cardiff Metropolitan University, UK. So I think it's that time we can just address a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes to the gathering. Gladys. Hello, Gladys. Okay, then Cyril.
Hello, I think I am audible. Hello.
Yeah, audible.
Okay, actually mentioned here, I am doing my PhD from Chennai Mathematical Institute. That's a prestigious institute in India. Okay, actually I do my undergrad. I did my undergraduate and postgraduate from our college, SD Central Maths College. Okay. From all the talks, we came to know that research is also a career opportunity for a B.Sc mathematics, because after B.Sc we will do most probably we will do MSc like me. After that we will go for a PhD. So there are many options for the PhD outside India, also in India also, because there are so many institutes which mainly contribute towards the mathematics only. Mainly for, if I take Chennai Mathematical Institute, there are only 3 subjects. That's mathematics, physics, and computer science. Sorry, computer science, not it's data science rather than a computer science. So there are many options like, hello? Raja? Hello? Is I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. There are also other institutes like for that Data Institute, then IMSC here in Chennai, that for Indian Mathematical Science, Indian Institute for Mathematical Science, then HI, that Harish Chandra Research Institute. There are so many institutes well known for mathematics. So they are contributing towards the mathematics. And that's why I'm saying the research in India is also commonly good enough. When I'm talking about PhD, so many people might say that it's about some money. There are so many scholarships which will be provided by the Indian government, mainly NBHM, JRF by CSAR. Besides that, many institutes like CMI are also fund for the students by themselves. Actually, I am getting fund from CMI, that's Chennai Mathematical Institute, and it's funded by many IT institutes like Infosys, and there are so many funds from the government sector. So the fund will not be an issue for a PhD student. No, now when I'm looking back to SB College, the most important thing that I get from the SB is the so-called syllabus. In the beginning of this meeting, Shainsima introduced the syllabus of the B.Sc and as well as the MSc. When I'm looking back to the college, the syllabus was an awesome thing, because we know that SB is an autonomous college, so they can model their own syllabus. When I'm comparing to the syllabus of other colleges nearby, I found that we study something, and that was when I'm doing my coursework in CM. So I think that the SB is good with the syllabus. So that I'm saying that not about SB, we have to check when we are going to an institute, we have to check the syllabus first of all, because it is the thing that cannot get from any other medias. If we are looking for a library, we can get from internet. So anything can be get from the internet. But the syllabus and what to study, that should be taught from the teachers. as a student, we can't find what to study. That's an important question when we are getting it. That should be the thing that a teacher should give to the student rather than teaching something, what to study. So in that point of SB was a good thing. Besides that, there were so many programs running by the SB. Even though in the pandemic situations, they were run about 10 webinars, one tournament, and a summer and winter school. Or when I'm in SB, I have to attend for all these things. Good man. But when I'm looking back, these are the things which made me to come to CMI. So when I'm saying that the research is also a good opportunity, hope you understand from all these things, we have understand that how research is developing and how it is important, because the number theory which was developed in the 18th century was still now using in the cryptography, so that we can have privacy in Facebook, all other internet medias. So that's what I'm saying. Mathematics research is so much important. So hope you understand about these things. So what should I say next? So I think these all things I can tell you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for your nice words. Thank you very much. I think Gladys is back here. Hello, Gladys. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Shine Sir and Father Chavra for giving me an opportunity to speak in this orientation program. To talk about my career, it's like I did my graduation in mathematics and post-graduation too in mathematics, and I strongly assume that's the reason why I got placed with Ernst & Young. And I do taxation there. I do US taxes there, and math has given me a lot to grow me, to keep up my standards there in my profession and all. It was nice. So it's also an opportunity for all of us having this background. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Gladys. Thank you very much. Chichi.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's your time now.
I did my B.Sc and then MSc in SB. Then I did B.Ed, and then I decided to go abroad and take an MSc in data science. Now I'm doing my course here, and I think first I thought when I get into the information security paper, I thought we can't do mathematics is not a base for that, but now I think mathematics is a good base for this course, because when we deal with programming for data analysis, data and everything, we do this data modelization. I heard about that in their classes. Data modelization, we have a lot of statistics, our graphs, our mean, median, and everything in our paper. So it's easy to get the base for. It's a good mathematics is a base for data analysis and everything, I think.
Okay, thank you, Titi. Thank you very much. Okay, I think it's time for questions. Almost all our experts are here. Dear parents and students, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ മലയാളത്തിൽ ചോദിക്കാം. ഒരു ഭാഷ ഒരു പ്രശ്നമല്ല. നമ്മുടെ റിസോഴ്സ് പേഴ്സൺസ്, എക്സ്പേർട്സ് എല്ലാവരും മലയാളികളാണ്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇതുവരെ കേട്ട കാര്യങ്ങളെ കുറിച്ച് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും സംശയങ്ങളുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ വിജയകുമാർ സാർ സ്റ്റിൽ നമ്മളൊപ്പം എപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ട്. എല്ലാവരും തന്നെ ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിക്കാനുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനുള്ള ഒരു സമയമാണ്. മാത്സിന്റെ ഒത്തിരി മേഖലകളെ കുറിച്ച് നമ്മൾ കണ്ടു കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഏതെങ്കിലും കാര്യങ്ങളെ കുറിച്ച്, കോഴ്സുകളെ കുറിച്ച്, സ്റ്റഡി അബ്രോഡ് എന്തിനെ കുറിച്ചെങ്കിലും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സംശയം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ചോദിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു സമയമാണ്. പ്ലീസ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒന്നുകിൽ മെസ്സേജ് ഇടാം.
I think directly there are options. Most of the companies, they look for biostatisticians. Like you can go to medical companies, they look for biostatisticians, and also there are agriculture companies, they look for biostatisticians. And also nowadays, if you think about this data analytics jobs, they are also looking for biostatistician, and they need to have some background in R or some Python programming language. But basically, most of the biostatistic jobs here need to know one of these programming language, R or Python, because they are mostly data analytics jobs or analyzing data coming from the different studies. So these are some of the most options there. Is it answer your question or?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
if there is any time period to avail this in-space fellowship for doing PhD, that is after MSc, if there is any time limit or age limit, that within this period we have to join PhD to avail in-space fellowship.
There is a time limit, but due to this pandemic, they are not very strict on adhering to that time limit. I think it is 1 year. And with Inspire Fellowship for PhD, you mean?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yeah, Inspire Fellowship for PhD, you are exempted from admission tests of the universities. You can join any university as per UGC recognition. That's what I understand.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Chat box questions on the
Hello.
Hello.
Question to Bobby. Did you go to Germany after completing your studies in Kerala or?
1 minute. Yes, I did my master in bioinformatics, and then I moved
From
to Germany.
Kerala University?
Mahatma Gandhi University.
Okay. And then you went abroad?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Where are you now working?
With Bayer.
Pardon?
Bayer.
Bayer. Okay. Fine. Okay, thank you. So I have also one question to Cyril Jacob. Cyril is here?
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
Yeah, so you took PhD from CMI in which topic?
Oh, no, I am doing my PhD. I'm second year.
I see. With whom are you working?
I'm working with Krishna.
Okay, thank you. Fine.
Any questions regarding data science or accounting? Data science ne kuriche oru question vannittund. Scholarships and opportunities. Dr. Boby, എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ജർമ്മനിയിലെ
I will take that question. So one of the main option is DAD scholarship that you can apply. You have to find, I don't know whether the scholarship means for a PhD or a master studies, because master studies, as I already mentioned, the number of scholarship is low, but there are scholarships. You can check DAD. It's called Deutsche something. I don't know. I forgot the full name. DAAD. That I can write down that name in the chat box later. And the other option is that if you are looking for a PhD, then it might be mostly, you can check the individual university website. They mostly list most of the scholarships, or they will advertise it as like a job posting, and then you can see and apply for that position. So nowadays, if you look at in LinkedIn also, if you follow some of the main universities like in Germany, they also post most of these positions, PhD positions in LinkedIn also. There also you can directly apply there. So if you're really looking for a PhD in data science, it's the right time because there is a lot of funding and they are not really getting enough candidates for such positions. And even if we look around, you can see that these positions or PhD positions are open for many months because they don't get ideal candidates. So mostly you can, because if you're looking for a PhD scholarship, mostly they will advertise it as a job in many of these job portals. So you can directly look into these portals and see which positions or where you can find those positions. So let's see. And then you can also look at DAD that I will write down the name here in the chat box. These are the options I can recommend.
Okay, Vijayakumar sir posted under Computer Science Department, strong research group and projects. Anyway, Sumitra madam is also with us. Do you have any questions regarding artificial intelligence or machine learning? നമ്മുടെ സമയം ഏതാണ്ട് 2 മണിക്കൂർ അടുക്കുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട്സ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ as soon as possible നമുക്ക് ചോദിക്കാം.
ഒരു ചാറ്റ് ബോക്സിൽ എനിക്കൊരു ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ട്.
Okay.
There is no option for an integrated MSc in CMI. That should be done in separately. MSc should be 2 months and the PhD depends upon our work. I think you got the answer, right?
Hello.
The question was, is there any possibility for integrated PhD in CMI? Actually, there is no integrated MSc in CMI. That should be done separately.
Okay, no integrated MSc in CMI. Okay. Any scholarships for?
But there are options in TAFR and all, some other institute. TAFR,
ISRO, I think now it is in CUSAT also, integrated MSc, I think.
No, he's asking about MSc with PhD. So integrated PhD.
Okay, integrated PhD. Okay.
Integrated PhD.
In KSOM there is.
Yeah, in KSOM.
Kerala School of Mathematics, Calicut.
Yeah.
They are admitting students based on the joint entrance test of the CMI.
Yeah, they are.
Last year, I think 12 students joined.
Yeah, I think about 5 or 10.
Yeah.
So, Shinoj sir, what are the career opportunities in VSSC for mathematics graduates?
നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ MSc മാത്തമാറ്റിക്സ് വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് അവർ വിളിക്കുന്നത്. അതിലെ മെയിനായിട്ട് വരുന്നത് MSc ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റിന് സയന്റിസ്റ്റ് C പോസ്റ്റിനാണ് സാധാരണ വിളിക്കുന്നത്. നോട്ട് ഇൻ എ റെഗുലർ മാനർ, വെനെവർ വേക്കൻസീസ് ആർ അവൈലബിൾ. സയന്റിസ്റ്റ് C പോസ്റ്റിന് വിളിക്കാറുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ there is a centralized recruitment, but that is mainly for B.Tech students. MSc അവർ സാധാരണ ഒരു സൈറ്റിൽ ഇടാറുണ്ട്. Whenever vacancies are coming, based on that vacancy, they will call. There is no particular time period for. എന്നിട്ടാണ് ഈവൻ കോഡിങ് ഉൾപ്പെടെ ഞാൻ പഠിച്ചത്. അതാണ് MSc വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് സാറിനെ വിളിക്കാറ്. PhD വെച്ച് ഇങ്ങനെ വിളിക്കുന്നത് കുറവാണ്. MSc മാത്തമാറ്റിക്സ് വെച്ചാണ് സാറിനെ വിളിക്കുന്നത്.
ഓക്കെ. താങ്ക് യു സാർ. ബോബി സാറിന് 2 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് കിടപ്പുണ്ട്. സ്കോപ്പ് ഫോർ ഹയർ സ്റ്റഡീസ് ഇൻ ജർമ്മനി ആഫ്റ്റർ മാത്തമാറ്റിക്സ് ആണ് ഒന്ന്. പിന്നെ ഒന്നുള്ളത് മാസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നതാണോ അതോ ഡിഗ്രിക്ക് ശേഷം ജർമ്മനിയിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നതാണോ നല്ലത്? 2 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ്.
I'll answer the first one. So this after the masters, but mostly the students, they're coming here for PhD after MSc because you already have the master, or you can go for another master. Some people are also doing that one, like life science informatics, that is, as I already mentioned, bioinformatics, and also some other programming, like there are many data science courses at the moment going on. But the main problem might be that if you are looking for a MSc, as I already mentioned, the scholarships might be low. You might need to find a part-time job, or you have to self-finance in that case. The second option is like going for PhD. So that, as I already mentioned, that is mostly funded because as I am aware, if I'm right, you might get around 1,300 euros after tax. That is more than enough to live here. And also after the completion, you can find jobs here. And one thing is that you may finish in 3 years. So if you think about some courses in India, you may take around 5 to 6 years. So that's also one positive here, that mostly the PhD is 3 years. You need to publish 2 papers. That's mandatory, and that's the option. And as I already mentioned, only due to the scholarship problem, I would suggest that mostly moving after your masters abroad is the ideal option because of the funding and such kind of things. Otherwise, if you can finance yourself, definitely you can, because the most important thing is that most of the courses in German universities are free, because you don't need to pay any money for the course. Only you need to find money for your living. So that may, according to the German standard, they need at least 600 euros for covering your cost of living here. So if you can find that money, then you can really come for the masters also. And you need to keep in mind, you don't need to pay any money for the tuition fee, because it's totally free in German universities. I hope this answered the questions.
Yeah, Anthony Joshയുടെ ക്വസ്റ്റിന്, ആദ്യത്തെ ക്വസ്റ്റിന് മെസ്സേജിലൂടെ തന്നെ ജോണി സാർ മറുപടി ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടേ. ഓക്കെ, മാത്സ് ബേസ് ഇല്ലാതെ അക്കൗണ്ടൻസി പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ, അതോ അക്കൗണ്ടൻസി ബേസ് ഇല്ലാതെ സിക്ക് പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഓക്കെ, ജോണി സാറ് അക്കൗണ്ടൻസിയുടെ ബേസ് ഇല്ലാതെ സിക്ക് പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നതിലുള്ള ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ് ആന്റണി ചോദിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇടയ്ക്ക് നിങ്ങൾ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഫോം ഒന്ന് പൂരിപ്പിക്കാനായിട്ട് പ്രത്യേകമായിട്ട് ഒന്ന് ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. എനിവേ, ആന്റണിയുടെ ചോദ്യത്തിന് ജോണി സാറ് മെസ്സേജിലൂടെ തന്നെ മറുപടി ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു നമുക്ക് പ്രോഗ്രാം വൈൻഡ് അപ്പ് ചെയ്യാം. ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് 2 hours നമ്മൾ ക്രോസ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞു. പ്ലീസ് ഡോണ്ട് ഫോർഗെറ്റ് ടു ഫിൽ അപ്പ് ദ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഫോം. നമുക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഒന്നും അപ്ലോഡഡ് ഇൻ ദ യൂട്യൂബ്, ഈ സെഷൻ യൂട്യൂബിൽ, ഓക്കെ, that we will think of. ഓക്കെ, പ്രോഗ്രാമിന് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് താങ്ക്സ് പറയാനുള്ള സമയം ഏകദേശമായിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുകയാണ്.
അതിന് മുമ്പ് ഒരു കാര്യം എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത്, I appreciate the initiative taken by SB College Department of Mathematics for arranging such a session. All the more happy that you took all your alumni to represent various fields of wisdom. That was a very good idea, and that prompted me also to organize such a program in CUSAT. So, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sorry, 2 മണിക്കൂർ ഇരുന്നു എന്നുള്ളത് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു വലിയ ഒരു ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ആണ്. കാരണം
no, it's a pleasure. There are a lot of people in VSSC CUSAT products, so many places all over the world.
Okay,
and, so I think we will do this soon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I think Tivin sir, a lot of thanks.
Distinguished panel of experts, respected college principal, Reverend Father Reggie P. Kurian, HOD Dr. Shine C. Mathew, and my dear teachers and dear participants. It is my great pleasure to propose a vote of thanks to all the experts and participants present in this program. First of all, I express my sincere gratitude to my own teacher, Dr. A. Vijayakumar, Emeritus Professor CUSAT, for giving a note on scope and applications of mathematics, and also for the head of the panel of discussion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to thank Dr. Sumitra S, Associate Professor, Department of Mathematics, IIST Thiruvananthapuram, for sharing your experiences as a mathematical student and for sharing important aspect of mathematics in machine learning, and also being a member of the panel of discussion. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Next, I thank Dr. Shinoj T K, Scientist, VSSC, ISRO Thiruvananthapuram, for explaining the career opportunities in mathematics and mathematics behind launching a satellite. Thank you, dear sir. Next, I thank Dr. Boby Mathew, Senior Statistical Geneticist by Crop Science, Germany, for explaining the career opportunities in bioinformatics and international study options. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, it was a pleasure.
I would also like to express my gratitude to Mr. Johny Kandankary for talking about the importance of mathematics in pursuing a career as a chartered accountant. Next, I thank Mr. Jinson Kuruvilla, Associate Developer, Sagen Insurance, Canada, in Duty and Power of Mathematics and Role of Mathematics in 21st Century. I'm thanking them also. Next, I thank our HOD, Dr. Shinoj T Mathew, for the guidance and support for this program. Thank you, sir. Next, I thank Dr. Ullas Thomas, the coordinator for this program, and Father John J. Chavra for being moderator for this program. Thank you. Next, I thank all the participants for their interest and participation in this program. Thank you all. Once again, I am thanking you all. And thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I enjoyed the program. That was good.
Thank you, sir. Fruitful 2 hours.
That's okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Everybody, thank you. Thank you.
Can we leave?
Bye. Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye.